Welcome back. This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. Today we're going to look back at some radios that I reviewed to answer, or try to answer, a question that I've gotten a couple of times on, as a new listener to Shortwave, what radios do you recommend under $50? And I'm going to attempt to do that, and I'm going to use the radios that I've reviewed in my past shows, so you can go back to my shows, and if you're interested in one of these radios, or maybe interested in all of them, see my review and kind of make your decision on which one you want to get, because I can't really make that decision for you, because it's really based on your particular needs, your particular wants, and what you want in a radio. So let's go back over a couple of radios that I have reviewed and kind of give you a roadmap to what to go look at. Here's a little presentation I put together. Here's my little, I used to use this logo in an entry to my shows. It was about 40 seconds. And the problem is, it really got repetitive in a hurry. So I stopped using intros and just go right to the subject matter. So let's get on with this show. So which shortwave radio should I buy? And here's some requirements that I put down myself, and maybe you have additional requirements or not. Number one is it should receive the popular international broadcast bands. Now, there are a couple other bands besides the one I list here, but they're not very popular. So I'm saying if it receives from 75 meters to 13 meters, then it'll be in the selection. The next criteria is it should have a digital display. It's not expensive to get a radio with a digital display, and it makes all the difference in the world. Now, it doesn't have to have a digital tuner, because a digital tuner really drives the cost up, and most of them with a digital tuner will go over $50. Now, maybe not much over $50, but they'll go over $50. Next, it needs to be portable, mainly because to get down to that price range, $50 or less, it's going to be portable. So that's the reason all the radios in this group are portable. The next criteria is really a criteria that I put on myself, is it needs to be presently available on Amazon. Now, the reason I restricted it to Amazon is because I really can't ensure the price on other venues, other places. Like, I reviewed some Radio Shack radios, and they met the other criteria, but we know Radio Shack is kind of not gone away totally, but you never know when a particular item may or may not be available at Radio Shack, so I didn't include them. And so my criteria is so that I could verify and show you today, right now, what's available, is I used Amazon. And then the last criteria is under $50 for a new radio, not a used one, a new one. So here we go. Here's what I came up with. Okay, here's the radios and the cost, and these costs I verified on Amazon. And what I'll do is I'll quickly go through this list, and then I'll switch back to the internet and show you which one I'm talking about specifically. Okay, the first one, and they're not in any particular order. Actually, they're in the order of which I reviewed these radios. That's the only order. The first one is the Texan PL606, which I recently reviewed, and it's $41. The next one is the DGen DE22, which is only $29. The next one down is this one is the new Eaton Mini, which came out about a year ago, and it's presently $36. The last one in this list is the Grundig M400, which is pretty old technology, but it's still available as a new radio, and it's only $25. So let's go back to my Internet Explorer. Actually, it's Chrome. And let's go through these. So here's the Texan PL606. If go back and look at my review, it came out pretty good. I think it got a B or a B plus, and it does have a DSP tuner. It does have the easy tuning method where it will search for stations for you. And it does have 550 memories. And like I say, you can go back to my review where I did a full review of all the features, all the functions, and did my report card and scored this particular radio. As you can see, it's right now for sale for $41. Pretty good buy. And this, like I say, was a pretty good radio. Here's the next one. Here is, and I did a review, oh gosh, over a year ago on this one. This is the DGen DE22, and it's an AM/FM shortwave radio, plus it's an MP3 player, so you get that additional feature. I think it got a pretty good score too. I think it got a B, I think, as I recall. Again, you can go back and look at my show. A thing that stood out about this one was the fact that it had that MP3 player. Okay, the next one, excuse me, let me get a little drink here. Sorry about that, my throat gets dry. The next one was the Eaton. This came out about a year ago, or less than a year ago. And this is the Eaton Mini Compact. AM/FM shortwave, and I believe this has a digital tuner, and yes, it does say right there, it does say that, digital tuner and display. And it, as I recall, yes, okay, yeah, it's good. So this would be another one you want to consider. Like I say, it's newer technology, and it sells for $36. The last one that I want to put on my list, this is an older radio. It's been around quite a few years. It was originally released by Grundig, and of course Eaton bought out Grundig, and now they are selling it under the Eaton name, although this older radio, it still has the Grundig name on it right down here on the bottom. And this one is only $25. This one was a little difficult to tune, and I say that because it does not have a keypad. It does not have a keypad like if we go back to, not that one. That one doesn't have a keypad either. This one does not have a keypad, but this one does. This one has the advantage over the other ones. It's more expensive, but it has the keypad. I take that back. That is not a numeric keypad. So none of the radios in this price range have a direct tune keypad. I thought this one did, but now that I look closely at it, it does. So let's go back to the last one here. Again, this is pretty old technology. I believe it's an analog tuner. Yes, here it is, says right here. Analog tuner with a digital display. Like I said, it's a little difficult to tune because it has this very small on the side here tuning knob. Little difficult to tune. Not bad, but more difficult than some of the other ones. Okay, so that's the list. Again, I've got reviews on all these radios, and you can go back and choose one that you think would meet your needs. I also have, like I say, I have a Radio Shack tuner, shortwave radio in this price range, but I didn't put it on the list because I can't account for the availability. So if you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, That would be a great thing to do. Take a few seconds and push that little subscribe button, and then you can set your options up so that you get automatic notifications when I release a new video. Yay! Well, I don't know if that's great or not. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.